Hi everybody, I'm Kim and welcome to Kim's Corner. Today we're going to talk about two of my favorite things, cooking and cooking. I'm going to show you my version of garlic butter shrimp. It's a pretty simple recipe. Many people can make it, have done it. There's a million recipes on YouTube and the internet how to do this. I'll just show you my twist on it. It's a great little recipe for a quick meal on a weeknight. All you got to do is have a few minor ingredients, which I'll show you. You can throw the whole thing together in about 15-20 minutes, throw it over a little bit of pasta. Everybody's happy. So, I'm going to break away and show you all the ingredients necessary. You've got to prepare your stuff ahead of time. It's called prepping. And obviously I didn't prep for this video, but I'm going to show you what we got. Okay, hang on. So to make this, obviously you're going to need shrimp. I use 16 to 20 shrimp. That's between 16 and 20 a pound, obviously. Cleaned, deveined, and washed. And the other ingredients are about 3/4 of a stick of butter cut into 4 pieces, some freshly squeezed lemon juice, freshly cut parsley, lots of garlic. That's about 12 cloves of garlic. A little bonus I throw in is some cut up scallions, and the bottoms of them, the little onion part of it. Some salt, some chili flakes, and some olive oil. The key to this meal is a good steaming hot frying pan. So we're going to get this up to temperature, and then I'll show you how we make this. It really is quite simple. Okay, so the first thing, you got to get your pan smoking hot, and as you can see, it's starting to smolder a little bit. This is an electric fry pan because we're doing this outside on my deck. But we're up around 450 degrees. I'm just going to put a little splash of olive oil in here, let that get up to temperature. Let it coat the whole pan. You're not really supposed to burn olive oil, but just a slight amount of smoke is good. So you can see this baby is up there. Take your shrimp. First thing I'm going to do is dump these out in an even layer. I call that hot. Get them spread out and just let them sit there for a minute. Don't touch a thing. Okay, take a little bit of salt, season them. You're not going to use any pepper because we're going to be using the red chili flakes. So we'll let that go for a minute. Shrimp doesn't take long. At the most, maybe, oh, I forgot to. Come on, you little. Couple little stowaways sitting there in the bowl. Shrimp takes about 3 to 5 minutes total cook time, but we're not even going to cook them all the way through because we've got to do a few steps in this process. So we're going to start with this first layer, and I'm going to drop one of these blocks of butter in here and let it start to work. As you can see, the temperature goes down and when you put all this cold stuff in. I try to keep them at room temperature as I'm cooking them. We'll give this just a minute. That's better. Like I said, different fry pans work different ways. If you're inside on an electric stove or a gas stove with a cast iron pan, it might react differently. This is more just look at him. You can kind of tell. Kind of take a peek at one, see how he looks. They're starting to get there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give him a flip. You'll notice they're starting to get their little signature pink color, but they're still translucent on the inside, and that's what we want. Keeping that pan hot the whole time. So we'll give these a quick flip. These are beautiful looking shrimp. And you can get these kind of shrimp anywhere. Like I said, these are 16 to 20s, which means depending on how big or small they are, there's going to be between 16 and 20 per pound. I want to say this was a 2-pound bag. So we're looking somewhere around 30 or 40 shrimp. Now, aren't those looking pretty? Okay, now they're still not completely cooked. They're kind of clear in the middle, which is what you want. So now it's time to move them up, and let's bring in some of the big guns. Obviously it's called garlic shrimp. So let's get the garlic in there. And there's a lot of it. Now you definitely don't want to burn the garlic. You want to just infuse that color and that flavor. I'm going to drop another butter right in the middle. That thing's up all the way. It's a little breezy out here tonight in Florida, so we're being slowed down a little as far as the heat, but it will come. All right, let that go for a bit. Let that next pat of butter go. Take a little rest stop here. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, I'm not talking about the shrimp. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, because these are starting to cook on the other side, I'm going to start mixing that garlic all the way around in here. I want to use up all of the juice to absorb the flavor of the garlic. Oh my God, I got to tell you, the smell here is pretty good. This stuff is awesome. Okay, so there's, the garlic is still doing well. Now we're going to drop the lemon juice in. Yeah, I wish this pan were a little hotter, but that's okay. Lemon and butter just work total miracles with just about anything. Chicken, fish, pork, and of course, shrimp. We're going to put about half the parsley in, which this was, oh my God, about a half a cup of parsley. Notice we're mixing that all around. The juice is starting to disappear because it's going into the shrimp. And the chili flakes. This is kind of optional, but you want to get a little kick to it, so I'm going to hold the rest of this parsley for the garnish at the end. And now I'm going to throw in these little onion bits, which are from the scallions, which a lot of people don't use scallions, but I personally love scallions for many, many things. So put that there, throw another pat of butter in there. Used our salt. Look at all these things. This is just amazing. Now the shrimp are starting to curl up a little bit, which means they're pretty close to done. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to lower the heat a little bit because we do not want to overcook the shrimp. You want shrimp to be just a little snap to them. You don't want them to be tough. Now tell me that isn't gorgeous. Look at that. Oh my God. Okay, and what we're going to do now, we're going to lower the heat way down, drop the last pat of butter in. When that pat of butter, when that melts, it's time to eat. Like I said, this is best served over, I'm going to use some nice angel hair, but well, that concludes garlic butter shrimp. Like I say, it's a real easy recipe. It's real simple to make. Weeknight, 20 minutes and you're done. There's two things in the world I enjoy. It's cooking and cooking. So until we meet again, this is Kim from Kim's Corner saying, bon appetit. OMG.